Hello, and welcome back to the Slightly Incomplete podcast. My name's Luke. No.
What?
I
Hold
looked.
up. Hold up. There's the cock up. It took what?
Oh,
3 seconds?
yeah, something like
That might be a record. I don't know if I knocked over the mic quicker than that.
No, you did it long. Yours took longer.
I actually don't know. It might not have. It'll be tight. It'll be tight.
Not really. I'm not editing this out. Hello, and
My name's Luke.
yeah, and the one who mistakenly called himself that is Nathan. Sorry, I finished 12-hour shift, guys. I'm slightly tired. Even though I'm drinking an energy drink, I'm still freaking tired. How you doing, Luke / Nathan?
I'm doing all right, mate. I've got a big week ahead of me. Got a new job I'm starting, so
Yeah,
should be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know, and I'm back at work for the next 4 days, so that's fun. Fucking hell, my brain's now that I've messed up already, and my brain is so frazzled after that.
What do you mean? You got it out of the way.
I
Put it
generally,
behind you, mate.
It doesn't take me 10 seconds usually to fuck up, if that.
No, it took you less than that.
I did. Fuck you. Oh, guys, honestly, it's been a long friggin' week. It's been a long day as well. I've been up since friggin' 4 a.m. and I'm gonna be up until probably midnight again because I want to play video games, but that's beside the point. Oh, right, Luke, what have you got ahead of the week other than starting your new job? Then, what are you up to next week?
Oh, Christ knows, mate. I'm
Shit,
figuring out
this week.
but either way, like this week, next week, I'm figuring out my freaking sort of availability. So I picked up a knee injury at football, so I won't be doing my football on a Wednesday.
How is your knee today, anyway?
Still annoying. Like sometimes it buckles when I walk, so that's fun.
I'd imagine. It's not like
yeah, no, I do have to. Well, not tomorrow, but if I'm getting a train, yeah, it's about a half-hour walk, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's mostly about finding out how much free time I'm exactly gonna have, and when I can afford to stream, when I can afford to just play games, record for the pods, things like that. Like it's just about managing things like that.
On that, because that's why I mentioned it to get around to the pod thing. So I'm just warning people ahead of time. Obviously, the intention is it'll be fine going forward. There's no problem there. It's just maybe for the we're currently recording this on the 4th of the 2nd, right? So you've just had the new episode. What was it, like 2 days ago now? But obviously you guys have been a week. So what we're trying to do is just get ahead of ourselves. Now next week's one, which will be the friggin' hell, where's the dates? Where's my phone?
Well, add 7 to 4. Yeah, really. Well, I don't know. You're talking about Friday, yeah?
Yeah. So we're talking,
never mind. It's not.
So we're talking the episode that comes out the 16th. That one is either going to be a late scramble or we'll be able to get that ahead of time. So just be a bit wary for the first few weeks because I don't want to be doing, forcing Luke to do stuff because it's his, it's a brand new job sort of thing. And my schedule moves all over the place, but I'm a freak who I just adapt to 4 hours, 5 hours sleep every day. Not everybody's built like me. I do 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. I work inhumane hours and have done all my work in life. Care used to be, what was it? 5:30 in the morning I could start, and then I could finish maybe 11:30 at night.
Jesus.
They were days where they were shit though. Like there wasn't always like that, but there were quite a few days in a row where I was like that, and it wasn't fun. But I don't miss care for the life of me. Community care, guys, not fun. Very rewarding, but not fun. But no, so yeah.
I don't doubt that one bit.
Yeah, guys, you don't have to bear with us. I'm trying to work it out because I don't want to put pressure on Luke. Because obviously, I don't want to be like you're gonna forget the routine because you didn't. No, that comes first of everything our jobs do, jobs and family easily. But I'll find a routine that works. I have a few ideas on how it can work. And we are going to be keeping it with the reacts. We just finished watching Love is War episode 3 and Solo Leveling episode 3. Now, we were going to do Promised Neverland, but again, there's not enough hours in the day today. But again, that show's not going anywhere. It's been around for friggin' 6 years or some shit already. Or 5, or 4. 1 to 2. 3. I'm all over
Yeah,
the
about to
place.
say he's really struggling. Christ.
Yeah, I'm very sleepy. I won't lie. Like I could legit put my head on my pillow behind me. I think I'd be asleep inside 5 minutes. But you know, life was life. You move and carry on. But I know this is a completely random off thing, right? Have you ever played Genshin Impact?
No.
Have you seen all the drama going on Twitter? It's gone to places that even places people don't follow Genshin Impact.
No.
Yeah, my Twitter feed at the moment is just drama, and I'm there just looking for funny videos and funny clips of something non-related, and I'm like, all these people are dragged into this big old like gaslighting drama that I'm like, can we all just? I don't want to unfollow you all so I can find my clips. But I want to.
Question is, has it got as far as Killer Meme Star?
No, because he doesn't report on that kind of stuff.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. No 2012 Killer Meme Star stuff.
What do you mean? Let's get right into the news.
Leave the impressions to me. So it's
Go
all
on,
good,
then.
mate.
Huh?
All right.
Huh?
Hello, drummer. No, fuck that up straight away. That's brilliant. I tried to do the full intro. Okay, we'll just do. Let's get right into the news.
It's really funny because your mic cut you off as you were about to finish the word news. All those, right, let's get right into the news.
Ah well,
Mate,
it's always better to leave them wanting
we
more.
are literally 6 minutes 40 seconds in, and it's already beyond chaotic.
Got that right.
Unhinged is the right word. This is. I wasn't gonna mention this, but I'm too tired to think. Remember how I mentioned the other day that I matched with a throuple on a dating app?
I do remember this coming up. Yes.
Some of the voice clips I've got are some of the most unhinged shit on the planet I've ever heard of.
This is the turn I was expecting. Okay, go on.
Like
Anything you want to share with the group, or
yeah, fuck it,
is
why
that
not?
staying behind closed doors?
I couldn't give a flying shit. I'm going to unmatch them at this rate. I feel beyond creeped out.
I'm shocked you haven't already.
So in their profile, they literally just had like a prompt where it was like, we're looking for, but it was definitely a trigger warning to some people. What was the word? It was, we're looking for a big daddy to pick us up with our arms or some shit. It was some stupid cringe shit like that, right? So I just replied with, aight, bet. Nothing else, just aight, bet. They then replied with like I would show it, but obviously it's people's faces and stuff, but some of the messages, there's like the classic emojis where it's like they build the emoji across the message where it's like, I don't know, a fucking L letter, then a fucking bracket, then a full stop, like that kind of shit. Like they build these emojis and then they're going, ooh, woo, daddy, and all this shit. And I'm like, this is unhinged. This is unhinged. Then I started getting voice notes from 3 people in one voice note. And they're doing voices like, oh my God, we're so trapped. We need your help. Ooh. And I'm like, I want to die inside. I want to die inside.
I mean, I'm getting that like healthy dose of secondhand embarrassment.
It made me wish I was back in high school, so I don't have to worry about any of this shit and just deal with normal people. I matched with, well, I liked them because it was a funny. I thought it was a funny bio that once you match with them, they drop the act, and they thought I was calling them out by saying, you know, I can't even take you lot seriously, and they're like, but we're definitely a throuple. That's not the bit I'm questioning. I'm questioning the fucking messages we're going, oh my God, you're so cute, oh my God, and I'm like, fuck off. It's too cringe. I don't think my mic could, if my mic could pick it up, I'd play the fucking audio clips.
I mean, we know mine can't. You know, you can't even pick up my full impression of Killer Meme Star.
That's true, yeah. Yours abruptly cut you off. I'll see if there's any text ones I can read out, because honestly, and their profile name's like Pookie Bear. They finally unmatched! Oh my fucking God.
They unmatched.
About fucking time. Yeah, because I was a bit of a dick at the last message. I basically said I don't believe they're even remotely telling the truth. Thank God. I felt really bad at the idea of unmatching. Oh my God. They were like, well, they're gone now, so yeah. They were like 3 19-year-old girls, and they were decent. They're very good looking to a degree, but it was so unhinged. It was like they were doing a line of crack every time they sent a message. They made me feel like I'd fucking landed. You know, in those TikToks, right? The e-boys and the e-girls were like, I'm gonna protect you, my kid, and that kind of shit. They sounded like the female counterpart of that conversation. So it's like, oh my god, wait, I need to protect all that shit, and I'm like, yeah, I can't do this much longer. I was waiting for them to drop the act so I could actually talk to them. The act never got dropped. I think they were realizing that I wasn't ever going to give in.
You got dropped rather than the act.
Thank God. I've never been so relieved to girls to neglect me in my life. Oh, fucking seriously, God. But talking of neglect, so the anime episodes we watched, because that's definitely making us get more neglected by the females.
Oh yeah.
So we watched Solo Leveling episode 3 today. What do you think of that?
I mean, I made my points about how the guy's just doing a strength build, which I don't agree with. I don't agree with it. You don't just spec into strength.
You can't apply Elden Ring logic to this.
You absolutely can. He has other stats that he needs to invest in.
No. You can't apply that logic.
Man gets chased by a giant Slifer of the Sky Dragon and goes, do you know what I need more of? Strength.
But did you realise his punishment was what he had to do anyway?
Yeah.
It was.
Well, he didn't have to do the push-ups and everything. It was just running. But
yeah,
yes.
I think the running compensated for it. I was like, yeah, to ask him to do push-ups and shit after that, it's a bit traumatizing. We know you've just ran for 4 hours from a killer centipede, but now do 100 push-ups. No. No. But to be fair...
But yeah, it did say themed penalties, and it was themed penalties.
True. No,
but anyway, he needs to stop being just such a
lazy
man go burr style build.
No, it's not multiplication.
Either that, or he just needs to start using the phrase. Okay. What?
Do you want to break it the bad?
And I know that's a reference. But you what?
You might cut you off.
God damn it!
It's like, as you leant back and pushed your fist into the air, and as soon as you opened it, all I heard was. I was like,
I'm so upset. I made an anime reference. God damn it!
Your noise.
I yelled one punch.
Yeah, no.
I just yelled one punch.
No one, unfortunately, ever yells one punch, but that's fair. Even One Punch Man Saitama just says super serious punch or some shit like that.
Fair enough.
His moveset, I know it's really random, but his moveset might be the funniest moveset in the entire world I've ever listened to. Like the equivalent.
But you listen to a moveset?
Yeah, because he speaks it out. You hear the moveset. Yeah, I get that. It's like when he throws like a really like the equivalent of like a strong punch. He literally calls it a super serious punch. And then when he does a barrage of them, he goes a super barrage, and I'm like, how can you be? As soon as I hear
like the super serious punch, I hear, guys, I'm super serious.
I'm super serious.
I just feel South Park vibes from that.
Mr. Garrison. Oh god. Or Mrs. Garrison. Yeah, Mr. Garrison. Why not?
Either or, take your pick.
Yeah, they kind of changed throughout the seasons, to be fair. But no. And then we watched Love is War, which, yeah, Love is War is just too good.
It's just where it's at.
Even
Nathan and I felt very called out by one of them. Nathan was covering his face. He was that called out.
Yeah. Yeah. For anyone who wants to understand without me saying anything, it's the Kaguya wants to do it episode. And then turns out she doesn't actually want to do it. She was referring to kissing someone when the whole topic's about sex. And I don't know how a guy can come, not even a guy, the fucking mangaka or what. I think it's a woman who does Love is War, actually.
Oh, fair enough.
So because some of the mangaka, a lot of them don't tend to give their identities out, especially if it's a weird show. Like Chainsaw Man, the guy who did that, this is such a random note. He runs a Twitter account under his daughter's name. And he basically just keeps like having a go at people doing fan theories about his show and stuff. This is when the show was airing, and then now the show stopped airing. He got his daughter's account got banned because he was arguing with people. So he had to create his own account to prove his identity, to be like, no, you can't say that. And I'm like, dude, just get off Twitter, please. Like that's
just general advice to most people. Just get off Twitter. It is a cesspool in its own right. Just get off there.
Like I won't lie. I love Twitter to pieces because it's just too funny at times. Oh fuck! I was gonna right. Have you seen the Tom Garrett video?
Which one? I'm gonna say no.
You haven't. That shit was going viral this morning. You haven't seen it? I don't know. You're smirking though.
I haven't seen it.
Right, I can't explain it because it's on the pod. I'll have to show you afterwards. But what I will say because we can come back to this, but is you know when most controversies happen in the YouTube scene, people do apology statements and all this kind of stuff, and they go, "I deeply regret my actions. I wasn't in the right frame of mind." He just doubled down on it and just take the piss. There's a video of him drunk and possibly under the influence of other things, doing some illicit shit, and it's not the kind where it's like it's nothing offensive or anything. It's just you look at it and you go, but why? Like, and then they did a live stream today, the pitch side, for I think it's Chelsea-Liverpool game. Not Chelsea, Liverpool-Arsenal game. And the first 10 minutes is them trying not to talk about what the video is. And they're just there the whole time going, Chris Wood, eh? Great name. Great name. And then they kept making it. It's a penis-related video.
Fair enough.
I'll show you afterwards. It's rancid video, but when you see his responses, it's fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was like I saw it going viral, and I was like, I wonder what's going on here. And then I watched it. I watched the start of their live stream earlier, and I watched the opening 10 minutes just to see like it was addressed and stuff. And he doesn't hide from what he did. It's like it's so fucking to have the backbone to like back it. Fair dues. I could fucking never do that, to be fair, because I'm a giant fucking wuss. But on things that are making us talk about wuss, I'm a wuss on Valorant, right?
No, you call out people on Valorant. You get stuck in that voice chat.
Yeah, I got
in the 2 games I played. One of them, whoa. You love the French. That's what I gathered.
For context, guys, Archer and Luke are very new to Valorant, and I've been playing the game. I think I established last night for 3 years, on and off. Well, 3 years. I've played over like 700 comp games. It's a lot. So I've always warned people that Val is a very, very toxic game. The same with League. I'd say it's probably up there with League. It's the same company. But we had 2 French guys, and well, 2 French people in our game. One of them it kept getting under my skin because they kept talking when we're trying to clutch up and stuff. And obviously,
it was normally when I was trying to clutch up specifically as well.
And I was pissed off because it was like your first ever game.
It wasn't like it just straight up was my first game.
And I was like,
and here I am doing a 1v3.
And
yeah, no,
it's hard enough for people doing that who've been playing this game for 3 years, 4 years, to do it when it's your first game and someone's there just being obnoxious. I couldn't fucking handle it. And then there was the round where I got the ace, and they were pissing me off throughout the entire thing. And I got an ace purposely, and then I was less than polite in my response. I won't lie.
Yes.
Don't regret it because they deserved everything that went their way, but I kept it.
Then the opposition team members started being a bit of a bellend as well because they were going like, "Oh, congrats on a first win."
No, that was
jellyfish.
That was the following game. That was, I think.
No, that was. I swear that wasn't.
Because I think we won the toxic one, I think. And then
no, we didn't win overall, but it was in that one. Trust me, it was in the one where the French people were, because we destroyed the other lot. Our second game was like actually proper good.
Oh, that's when we had Rainer, isn't it? Not Rainer. The fucking,
that's when we had
fella,
that
the German fella.
The German fella. It went from extremely toxic and
really
French.
Lovely.
Nothing against the French here specifically. I'm not going to say nothing
like
generally, but yeah, these 2 were just being pains in the asses. Next game, we had a German guy who borderline was acting like a Smurf account, but legitimately believe it was his first couple games. He was just good from CS:GO. That's what he's saying.
Because he never really didn't use any abilities the whole time. When he did it by accident.
And his reactions to sometimes being killed by abilities was
Well, when we were holding the point, there was a Sky kept using her dog, And then every time he goes, "Oh, there's a dog running after me," I was like,
There's the time he's flying as well.
Yeah, it was like, dude, it'll just blind you. It's fine. Just jump back. It won't get you. Oh, okay. I was like, fuck it. He's so new to that. He's so green.
But he was so good.
Oh, he was amazing.
Like I went through the first 4 rounds, no kills, no assists, no deaths.
Yeah, same with
It's
Archer.
not that I wasn't trying to get involved. It's just Nathan, this German guy, were
Popping off.
just blitzing.
I'm not good at the game by any chance, but when I come up against people in my lower elo, I can help out. But because I think I was in the game, but the way Val works with elos is it goes off the match based over, the party overall. So if you and Archer have both been, let's say, same sky, same account level, or previous match histories, we probably would have had people my level, or people who are near me or above me. And
Thank God we didn't.
They're generally more toxic and way more uncooperative. Like, Jesus. Like, the Valorant and, like, online games like that had such double-edged swords, because you can meet some of the most loveliest people you've ever played with on those things and make great friends. You can also wish you could peel your skin off using it as a face mask so you never have to watch what you're doing again.
Yeah, that's why I stopped playing Smite years ago.
God, I fucking hell remember Smite. I used to play Dota 2 quite a lot.
Well, the one I remember playing a lot of the time was Alpha.
Oh, yeah.
But I also played Agni, or with the premium skin, Swagni.
I had when I went on to Manchester in uni, the person I lived with, he used to be a Smite pro. So whenever I was bored, and let's say, because I have a really bad habit of just being up at random hours of the night, so I used to go in his room at like 3 o'clock in the morning and be awake just playing Smite, and I'd just sit there on the floor, just in my pajamas or some shit, and just watch him play Smite from the floor, because I had nothing better to do at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. And I used to love watching Smite gameplay. It's why I have like a little soft spot for some like MOBAs, because they're alright, some of them are, but a lot of them are a bit. But one thing I'll have. Wait, when do you? No, that's the wrong phrasing. One thing I did want to talk about, which mainly because it happened today and lots of stuff happened today. Football.
Okay. Yeah.
When do you guys play? I forgot. Is it tomorrow?
We played yesterday and drew 2-2 with Evan.
Yeah. Sorry, the schedule's all over the place. I can't really like. We played Thursday and we played today. Like, my brain's all over the place. It's like Europa League, except what wasn't Europa League. Yeah. So I watched the highlights yesterday, and I genuinely don't know how Bramthwaite scores against you guys. He just
Vicario's has not been Vicario has been good up until I'm not even gonna say even bad recently. He just needs to be stronger. Like, 2 things from corners, the first goal for Everton and obviously the goal against City, have both been him being allowed to be crowded out. Either someone needs to be on the defender, not the defender, the person attacking the goalkeeper. You even need someone standing on them to stop him being blocked.
I think that needs to happen, to be fair.
That's what needs to really, really happen, because that's what I have happen in my games.
Just stick a Van de Ven on you.
If they stick someone on the goalkeeper, you stick someone on that guy, and put them between you and the keeper, and then fine.
Yeah, because Bramthwaite.
Keepers then got freedom to come out.
Because Bramthwaite just had pretty much an open chance, didn't he?
Yeah, it's just got so it's a flick on from Romero, and then it's just there.
To be fair,
Vicario's face.
Vicario's mistake, I wouldn't even say it's the worst of the week. I'd say Alisson's had fucking mare today. Him and Van Disney. I'm not being funny. No. Van Dijk doesn't deserve his full name today. Today, he is Van fucking Disney. He was awful. He was so bad.
Do you know what he needed?
Konate, so bad.
Do you know what he needed?
What?
He needed that Emerson Royale presence.
Mate, he needed anything. He could have done with Eric Dyer back there. He would have done a better job.
Oof. Don't know about going that far.
Eric Dyer wouldn't go, my aura's enough. He'd go, I'm going to clatter him and get a red card.
Which is worse.
It happened anyway. Konate got sent off for being an idiot. Like, if you're already on a yellow, it's not even, you don't need to do a cynical foul. Why are you barging someone to the floor for no reason?
Yeah, to be fair, like, the reffing at certain points, when you see a shirt pull, it's just straight yellow.
Yeah.
Nailed on yellow. I don't know how many times I saw Gabriel at one point just all over. This is when he's not on a yellow. He got booked later on for like sticking an arm out and catching. I think it's Gakpo in the face.
Yeah.
But there was a point. It was by like near the corner flag. Arsenal got a goal kick from it. You see him grab the back. The shirt is moving all over the place. Ref can clearly see this. Linesman can't because he's got his back to. Oh, he's facing in front of him. But he's ripping him all over. Dragged him to the floor, and nothing. They got back up, and he's then fought with Zinchenko for a little bit, and he's gone out for a goal kick. But it's like that's a nailed-on free kick in yellow. Like how that's being missed.
It needs to be a miss because our refs are incompetent, and that's no. It's awful. It's like the Liverpool Chelsea game from the other day. Jota, that's not a pen. I'm sorry, that's not a pen.
Oh yeah, that is not.
There's no contact. And then what was it? There was a Jota one, and there was another one the last few days. I can't remember when, but someone makes a run into the box to get barged over. Ref doesn't give it, but VAR forces him to give it, and I'm like,
I thought that was going to happen for a brief second in that game. I can't remember what it was. I think it was potentially a penalty to Arsenal.
I think,
but it was. But I remember looking at Gary Neville's going like, "Stop watching the replay." Just straight up to tell him, They're having another look here. It's like, "What? Tell them to stop. Stop looking at it. It's not a penalty. It's never a penalty."
I genuinely.
I thought for a half second they were going to try and give it.
I don't know. I don't like the way the officiating's going. Like,
it was the one where McAllister's got in front of the man with his foot, flicked it. That's the one. Like that one. I mean, he's got his foot in front of Havertz. Havertz shouldn't be allowing him to get into there. Realistically, if Havertz shields that properly, McAllister's foot does fully kick him, and it is a penalty. But he left it open.
Yeah.
He left it too open, and he got his pocket picked.
Gave him an easier way out. But it's like, there's been so many, like, like the goalkeeper example I was actually coming out with, rather than the Alisson one, but the Alisson one was relevant, was Jose Sarr against United the other night. Scott McTominay shouldn't have been able to score in that game. The ball got crossed in. He didn't have to jump. He didn't have to move. He stood there, nodded it from like, I don't know, from the penalty spot to the goal. The keeper allowed him to bounce it off the floor and went over him. He could have just stood still and just caught it. But it went over the top of him. I'm not talking one of those loopers. It just went briefly over his head. He could have stopped it. Jose Sarr just stood still and just...
Find that one for certain. I want to make sure I'm...
You'll see what I mean. That's definitely Jose Sarr's mistake. It's ridiculous. It's poor defending from the free kick. It's on the corner, but you should not allow a 6'4" midfielder to get a free header. It's ridiculous. And fucking hell, Højlund is on some form right now. I'm loving it. The man is so excited about his goals. A guitar celebration today. Never seen him do that before. It's usually just screaming out of frustration. It's the
I did see that, and I was like, Joel, that's a decent looking little celebration.
It's definitely the keeper's fault.
It's not directly above his head. It's to the side of him.
Okay, but
he could launch a dive.
Yeah, but he's planting.
But it's one of those that he's rooted to the spot.
It's a mixture of bad defending, but he definitely was his mistake. He could have done better, but it's also more, I'd say, more no one's marking him. Like, you can see.
Yeah, but I'll say, he should not be able to have that free a header.
Yeah, it's like Moses a part of the Red Sea. He's literally stood there.
He's got two people. He's got, whoever number 20 is, was practically there with him.
Yeah. And no one moves towards him.
The fact he's been able to hit one off the floor, when it's bouncing off the floor and bouncing up, it's a horrible one to deal with as keeper. Because the height of it could go anywhere. Sarr sort of looks like he's going that way and then just watches it, but it's...
I think you should
for him to dive and cover that, I don't think he makes it if he dives.
Even if he doesn't make it, I'd prefer he go for it and just miss it. Why not?
Yeah, but that sounds like the kind of logic when it's like, oh, why should a keeper stand in the middle for a penalty?
There's a chance to get in the middle.
Well, you'd rather them dive though and make it look like they could actually go for it. If they stay middle and it goes left, you're like. If he dived, it'll look like he could have got it.
But the pen.
But then suddenly someone hits a penalty down the middle and it's like.
Yeah, but the pen argument.
Well, why don't they just stay and wait?
Done a tons of
that's the kind of stuff that happens with penalties. That's the things that happen.
With the Jose Sarr thing, I think he has a chance to react to it, and I think he just gets rooted. But it is his mistake. It's a mixture of no one's near him. Like Scott McTominay doesn't back up, doesn't go forward. He just goes, oh, ball and head. Doesn't do anything else. It's nothing special, and it's that easy.
No, it's nothing special. But you don't point fingers at the goalkeeper. If it's literally straight at the keeper, it's not. It's in the corner. It bounces up into the top corner of the goal.
I'd say it's 50-50.
As a goalkeeper, you have to blame your defense on that. Your defense cannot allow him to have that freedom to just suddenly be able to pick out the top corner. If they fight for it, it goes top corner. It's just a good goal. The fact he's been let to just have a free header, being able to head it into the ground and upwards, to then bounce into the top corner. As a keeper, you're rooted to the spot. You can't be expected to suddenly, if you're shifting that way, then make a top corner save up there. That would have been, if he saved that McTominay one, that would be classed as an amazing save.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying it's an easy chance to stop it.
No, but saying it put on the goalkeeper. You can't have if he saves it, it's an incredible save, but also if he doesn't save it, it's the keeper's fault.
It's 50-50, ain't it?
No, it's not 50-50. It's either an incredible save. You can't have an incredible save, or it's the goalie's mistake. They're not two things that normally exist together. Only rare situations where the keeper's given away the ball to someone and then made an incredible save can it then be his mistake. It's poor defending from the corner, and then the ball's gone top corner off of bouncing on the floor.
But he can also do better though. I'm not saying he can stop.
He can do better, but it's not his mistake.
I'd say it's both. But
he could have tried. He could have maybe got close to it, but I don't think he saves it.
Yeah,
having seen that, I'm goalkeepers union and all that. I'm saying he's not on him.
I'm not saying he should get close to it and stop it. Like it's oh my god, it's 100% his fault. He fucked up. Like I'm saying he could have like done an attempt or something. But again, that's if buts and maybes and in between. There's like we'll never know of it because it's a looper and you can't. Well, it's not a looper, is it? It's a weird one, isn't it? It doesn't really just.
It sort of does. It bounces off the floor and then loops up.
Yeah, you know what I mean by the traditional looper though. Like it's just like one straight. Yeah,
it's one arc. Yeah.
This is a fucking weird one. But no, I think it's Kilman and Mike Norrie who are either side of Scott, and it was the easiest goal he'll ever score. I don't know, but I don't think he meant it. To be fair, I think he aimed at.
I mean, fair enough. I wouldn't be shocked to hear that. But if you're given a free header, you pick your spot. I mean, he's done the right thing generally. I don't think he meant for it to go top corner. I think he meant for it bottom corner. Because the whole thing about where the perfect placement is actually to head it down. If you head it into the floor, a keeper from a corner has suddenly got to drop right to the floor to try and save it.
Yeah.
Whilst if it bounces up, it's about keeper's height, or he can raise his hand higher. If you're trying to score a corner, try and aim for the floor, like head that into the ground on the line. It's going to be so tough for the keeper to deal with.
There's only one keeper I know who could have got a better chance of saving that, and it's a really fucking mad one to say. Is De Gea. He has made weird saves that before, like he's dropped his body midair and then pushed it. Like where he's such a freak with the way he saves. He can't pass for shit, but like his actual reflex defending was probably some of the best I'd ever seen. I think he probably that's just me being a dickhead towards De Gea. I think he could probably save that. That's De Gea. Like De Gea is not a normal keeper by any stretch of the imagination. Any other modern day keeper, then they're probably not getting much of a chance to it. I don't think even Alisson gets. Actually, Alisson doesn't even get in the fucking Luton team after today. Jesus.
I mean, yeah, that's true. It was a shock from him today. Like through the legs is not good, but Van Dijk needs to be pressuring there.
But I would have expected that because I mean, if I'm right, isn't it when he comes to clear it out, he goes to hit it with his foot, but he side foots it. It bounces.
I'm not talking about that one.
Oh, you're about.
I wasn't even talking about. I'm talking about the second one. I'm talking about the third goal in the match. But yeah, second one's criminal. That seems like something that would happen to me because I'm not the most confident at coming out.
That one I expect I know it sounds mad, but that one I'd want Van Disney to try and just take him out. Get the red card.
I wouldn't want him to try and take him out. I want him to come over early though. Yeah. Like the way Van Dijk sort of saunters over there to me.
Aura.
Was more. Well, it's not even aura. It's like he still had Kanate on the pitch next to him.
Yeah.
Like as if Kanate's going to pressure him, and then he's suddenly gone. There's danger. I have to come over. He had to shuffle over a little bit quicker for me.
But
yeah, for the ball to go straight through Alisson's legs, he's tried to save it with
gotcha.
the feet. I try and make saves with the feet all the time. Like that's what indoor football essentially is for me.
Yeah.
It's less using my hands and more just using my feet. But
It's like
yeah,
I have always said Alisson's the best keeper in the world, but
I still stand by it.
it's a mad.
Even after today's
It's a
performance,
mad
you can have one-off games.
Oh no, I'm not
Like
saying,
he's still
I'm
for
not
me
saying
best keeper.
I'm not saying he's anywhere near the worst. He's definitely the best still by a country mile. It's not even close.
Yeah,
But holy
that game's
fuck.
damning.
It's more of a damning statement on Van Disney because he walks around like he's got this big, I am the Mr. Best. Like before his injury, I'll happily say he was the best defender on the planet. Arguably, I don't think there's much of a debate there. You could probably put through 2 or 3 names at the time to him, but after that, no. I saw someone arguing on TikTok. I think it was between, I think it was an Arsenal fan, and a Liverpool fan saying that Van Dijk's the fastest defender in the league, but the Arsenal fan was debating that Van de Ven is fastest in the league, and I'm like, yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
I mean, Van de
Dijk's
Ven's
not
rapid.
even
I've not
close.
seen them next to each other personally.
Van
I
Dijk
don't know if
doesn't
they've done
really
that for the
Van
national
Dijk doesn't
team.
really sprint. Van Dijk just sort of jogs because he thinks he's got the presence. I don't mean like the aura joke, but I think he thinks he's just got the imposing figure.
Positioning.
To sort of just like, nah, you're staying.
And positioning as well.
Yeah. He's
like as Maldini always used to say, like
don't need to tackle.
If you have to make a tackle, you've already made a mistake, sort of a thing. Like, so he's normally goal side, doesn't have to sort of straight sprint back as much as say a Van de Ven with sort of things that are happening at Tottenham. Say Romero dives in, or we play an offside trap, or whatever. But one thing I want to point out about that Liverpool game, and you might not like it. All that Trent slander, Trent goes off, that defence fell apart.
Yeah.
Liverpool were on top, and then Trent came off.
Fair, Trent was getting rinsed that game.
He was getting rinsed.
Martinelli was leaving him for fucking... And I don't rate Martinelli, but holy fuck. He the amount of times I just saw him grab the ball, do a quick shimmy, run straight past Trent like he wasn't even there. And I'm like, Trent's now acting like a midfielder, though. I'm noticing that more. I know, obviously, his position technically isn't even right back anymore, is it? It's sort of like right mid/wing back.
It's almost like, it's what I'd say is similar to Udogie, almost an inverted fullback.
Yeah, but yeah,
like he plays right back, but he drops into the midfield and helps out in the midfield, progresses up the field.
Like, for that game specific, I think that trick works for any of not to be harsh to people, but like the Palaces of the world, the Brightons of the world, like the Watfords, all that shit, like those kind of teams, sure. But look, like it didn't. Obviously, yes, he went off and then they all collapsed. But I think didn't he go off at the same time as like Ryan Gravenberch, and there was a third one. Like 3 of them got subbed off at once, I think.
I'll double check. There was definitely a triple sub.
I think it was the mate. I think it was Ryan Gravenberch, Trent, and there was a third one. I can't remember the third one. Was it Joe Gomez? Oh, I think it was Joe Gomez for Robertson.
No, I don't think so. It was the other. Who played? Joe Gomez got switched to right back, so I think it was just then.
Kanate went right back, didn't he? That's where Kanate got sent off at.
No, so it was Gakpo, Gravenberch, and Trent went off.
That was it, Gakpo. That was it.
So then Joe Gomez went to right back.
Yeah.
Robertson to left back, and who came on for him? It was Harvey Elliott.
Yeah.
I know. It was Nunes and Robertson.
That was it.
But yeah, Liverpool felt in the ascendancy, beginning of that second half, and then they just started to open up.
They didn't even deserve the one goal they got. Liverpool didn't. They were genuinely.
Oh, I mean,
as much as I hate
Arsenal,
it
gave my free bet hope.
They were thoroughly battered, start to finish. Arsenal battered them.
My free bet had so much hope for so long. Legitimately, my free bet was Liverpool and draw, which that failed in the end. But it was Diaz to score or assist. It gave him that with the goal.
Yep.
Like he assisted the own goal.
Yep.
It was Saka to score or assist. Saka to have a shot on target.
Got both.
Rice to commit a foul.
Yeah.
Saka to be fouled twice or more, and Saka to actually give away a foul.
think he did.
And those two didn't come in. Normally, he commits 2 fouls a game and he gets fouled. He didn't get fouled once, I don't think. Like, he just didn't have anything like that at all.
Who was he up against?
I thought the longer this game was going on, because he went off.
Gomez.
Joe Gomez would have been on him first half, yeah.
That means Joe Gomez never did anything to him.
Yeah. No, there's nothing.
That's what I mean. I think this whole Klopp farewell tour thing, I think it's going to go really badly for them. As much as it's not going to be something in their minds, I think that they've all known. I think they've all known since November, right? This whole like, oh, we were shocked. I'm convinced the main players like the Van Dijks, the Trents, the Robertsons, the Allisons, I think those lot have probably known. But now the rest of the squad knows.
I don't think they've been told, but they might have noticed something. Yeah. Certain people might have noticed like he's acting a bit differently or something like that. But I don't think they were told until actually
in that case,
just beforehand.
I reckon then the pressure of it all for the last season of Klopp, let's try and make Klopp, one last great season. I think that'll buckle them. Convinced. I don't think they've got it in them, especially this season. I think they'll win the Carabao Cup. That's not a debate. After what I've seen from Chelsea today, especially all season long, not a fucking chance. Chelsea were ripped to shreds. They were shit.
I'll ask you a question then. Do you see Poch making it?
No,
to the Carabao Cup?
I think he needs to be sacked.
Because that's in. I think that's this month. I think it's the end of this month.
He needs to be sacked.
Does he survive the month?
I think Chelsea will purely hang on to him until the final. I think they'll play him in the final, and if they lose it, he's gone. But
okay, so you don't think they're doing a Tottenham Mourinho situation? Just wanted to make sure of that.
I think they should, but now. I'm not talking, don't wait a few weeks before the game. Do it now or the next week or so before then, because then you have chance then to get someone in quickly for an interim to give these guys a kick up the ass. 'Cause I'm not being funny. United have spent over $1 billion over the last 10 years. We're still shit. Man City have done the same. They're the best team in the world. Chelsea have done it in a year. They've gotten worse.
Yes.
They went from a competent manager in Tuchel, who had a somewhat okay squad at the time, and he did well with it. Literally the season before, I think. Was it Champions League?
Won the Champions League.
Season before, right?
Yes. Well, ish. It wasn't the season before, but it was the season before that they won the Champions League.
Okay, so he's still
because otherwise
he still had credit.
Yeah, he had a lot of credit in the bank.
Obviously he had to deal with the Roman going out, and then obviously good old Mr. Tommy coming in, like all this shit, and he still was getting results. And for some reason they were like, yeah, let's go get the hottest new thing since shit and go and get Graham Potter. And then he made shit, and then everyone else turned to shit, and then everyone just got incompetent. Like there's too many signings, and that's like at first everyone was like, where does everyone play? How does everyone play? And all this shit. Now it's the point of who the fuck are you getting rid of? Because you need them half gone. Mudrik's being spoken about. He needs a loan. You spent 100 mil on him. I know this because United spent 80, 90 mil on several players. They all turned out to be wank. And now we're having regens who are finally the same sort of level as them. Like Mainu's has more consistency at the moment than Pogba did. I'm saying.
I was about to say I'm waiting for Lynn's reaction to that. It'll be interesting.
I'm not saying he's better than Pogba because he's 18 and it's way too early. It's not fair on him.
But it takes like that to get the views, man. Come on, commit.
I've been banging on about Mainu though since August.
He has,
because he was great in pre-season. Loved that. He then got injured and then didn't appear until the latter end of the year. And he has not had a bad game. He got subbed off early today, but I think it's because he played obviously a long time. Like he played 99 minutes or 98 minutes against Wolves on Thursday. He then played the day I think a few days before against Newport. So the lad's got to be knackered. I didn't expect him to do a full 90 again. It wouldn't be fair on him. And we've got who have we got in the next few days? Brighton, I think next week.
No, I think we've got Brighton.
Who have we got?
Spurs have Brighton. I can definitely say that.
Who have we got? Oh, Villa. That was it. Villa next Sunday.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, they're not like they're back in form at the moment.
No, they lost 2 games ago, didn't they?
Oh wait, Villa. That's the one who Højlund got his first goal at, and he's been in form since. But on a final,
yes, he has.
On a final,
they lost to Newcastle 3-1. The really in form Villa here. They lost 3-2 to you on Boxing Day. They then barely beat Burnley 3-2. They drew 0-0 with Everton. They lost 3-1 to Newcastle, and then they finally got a win, beating Sheffield United 5-0. So the whole thing you're intimidated about, the whole thing with Villa there, is one 5-0 result against the relegation team.
But they always turn up against United. In history, not overall.
In the last 5 games, they've beaten 2 relegation sides, lost to you, drew with another relegation candidate, and then lost to Newcastle, who were in incredibly bad form.
True.
Like, Villa, really good at home. That's their first home loss, I think, that game against Newcastle. But now that means, currently, in recent games at home, they're now 0-1. That's their current record.
But one thing for the show, though, is Højlund, at the moment, he is... Fucking hell. That call today made me laugh more than anything. Because he gets the ball off someone, and then he has the perfect chance to receive it, pass it to someone. He goes, nah, fuck this. I'm taking it on right and rifling it. And
it was such an over-dramatic setup as well. Like, the way he strikes it, he just goes straight through it. Like, you could tell the wind-up.
He was angry at that ball. He was like, you're going in the net. You have no choice about this. You're going in the net.
And normally when people strike it like that, it goes straight over and into the crowd and hits someone in the face.
If that hits a goalkeeper in the face, fucking hell, I'll call 911. Jesus.
Oh, you're American now. I didn't realise we're in America.
Hey, we can appeal to the American audience every now and then. It's either that or I'd be extremely offensive, but I'd rather do 911 call. Much better. Nah, though, I'm loving his form at the moment. Like, even Rashford had a miss today that was... Yeah, I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't know.
Garnacho shot, keeper committed and saved it. The ball then landed to Højlund. He tries to slice it, and then I should expect it slices it. Lands to Rashford. There's an open net in front of him. Hits it on the volley, goes Rosie.
So basically, he does what Saka did, except Saka scored.
Yeah. And usually, before the discipline issue, whenever he does, like, he fucks up massively that bad, he'll turn around and be like, oh, why have I done that? No, he started laughing about it. Because we were in a comfortable position, we were playing well.
I was about to say, it sounds like he did the Megan Rapinoe special from the freaking World Cup.
Oh, and where she missed
the penalty. Where suddenly she missed the penalty and started laughing, being like, what a fitting ending.
Yeah, she had an embarrassing twin to her career, she did.
She got injured in the last game, I think.
That was really
that end of an era card she got. That game, I believe she got injured.
Wasn't it 15 minutes in or something? She didn't even make it through the first half.
I didn't tell you.
I
couldn't tell you.
I think she went down with a leg injury. She couldn't make it for the rest of the first half, and she was crying as she was subbed off, and there's a bunch of people laughing on Twitter about it. And I was like...
Of course there's a bunch of people laughing on Twitter. Of course there is.
I'm pretty sure.
There's a reason she's got 2 of the most hated cards on FC24.
Yeah, because she's just...
I'll check. It might be 3.
She's a 3rd card you can hate? There's only 2.
Inform came out before the end of era.
Yeah. I think her end of era is the most hated, I think, out of all 3.
Well, let's find out. There's 27,571 dislikes on her base card. There's 26,601 on her inform. And there is 76,485 on the end of an era.
Yeah, because everybody hates her because she's loud-mouthed and not very nice.
There's a reason I did that SBC and it's been on my bench for a while. Is specifically if I see someone being toxic, I'm like...
I used her for 2 games and put her into
Let's bring on the purple hat.
She's just going to get leg breakers after leg breakers after leg breakers.
Mate, I saw the thing of, I need a cam on my bench. I went, who have I got for a cam? Well, I've got Player of the Month Madison. Oh, no. I know who I'm putting there. She's going there.
Jesus Christ. Nah, I can see why people dislike her, but it was a bit taken too far, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't really care. Like, it is what it is. It is something that allows me to absolutely wind people up on FC. If someone scores on me, I'll just be like, oh, well, it is what it is. I don't care.
Talking of winding up on FC before SB wrap up, have you seen how much they've made since September?
I don't want to imagine.
They've made the most they've ever made in FIFA sales and profit since September in their entire history, apparently. Since September, net profit. So I'm saying this because you're a big brain man. They've earned or made 1.15 billion.
1.15 billion. Jeez.
Net profit. And they're saying it's all because of the store packs.
Of course, it's all because of the store packs. Like they made the game cheaper earlier,
But
and then
apparently,
just put in
so
stupid store
they
packs.
then specified saying their sales are about, sorry, the game sales are about the same, maybe a little bit less than usual, but it's in it's the other stuff they said. I don't know what the word they used, but it's probably the in-game currency.
Surprise mechanics is, I believe, their usual term they like
To be
to
fair,
use
they
to
didn't
avoid
actually use it in the article for
lawsuits.
once, but yeah, they've made over 1 billion since September. I reckon then if that's 4 months into a game cycle, let's say if they keep it up at this trend, they could make 2 billion by the end of the game cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And if they
Well,
do,
you got to think about it this way. Let's just use our brains for a second, because what they're going to do. Did that include Team of the Year? Is my first question.
yeah,
Okay, so it included Team of the Year. So we've got Team of the Season still to come, which lasts about 6 to 8 weeks.
that's what makes it
So
terrifying.
there's gonna be that. I don't want to imagine the store packs that are gonna be there.
They're gonna.
I
Cost
wouldn't be
coin.
shocked.
Don't you dare say.
Okay, I'm gonna say something stupid, and I really don't want to say this. I feel at some point in the next year, or by the end of FC25, I feel there's gonna be a 12k pack, 12k FC point pack.
What, an 80 quid pack?
I wouldn't.
You think they'd wait till the end of this year? I reckon start of next year. Start of SV.
Not start of next year. No, they wouldn't. Even they wouldn't be dumb enough to do it start of next year. No, not
6,500
start of next year though.
Okay, no, yeah.
That's not.
Well, actually,
start of cycle. You think they're giving out the freaking?
No. Rephrase then. Not start of the game cycle, as in the start of 2025, like the actual.
Okay,
year.
during Team of the Year. Okay.
Yeah, I reckon because if we're already at 6,500 now, or 6,000 now. What, another year to go up another 6k? The minute that happens, I can't play this game anymore. I can't trust myself on it. Like, I already have an issue over the last few years with it anyway, to the fact that it's now going from an actual good game, or a competent game I'll say September through to November, it wasn't this bad. Since the mid-November to now, it has gotten so much worse. They're fucking up regularly. They're doing evolutions with stupid shit half the time. Again, the mistakes are getting worse. Gameplay is horrific at times. The store packs are getting kind of like sickly feeling. So I wouldn't be surprised by the end of this FIFA specifically, so let's say August, there's an 8k pack. That's only another 8 quid. 14 quid. I wouldn't be surprised. If it gets to that point before August, I'm not playing Ultimate Team. I'll buy FIFA, but I'll play it for clubs.
Pro clubs, yeah.
But again, if they invest nothing into clubs, not doing it. Or I'm less likely.
Currently looking at the most expensive pack in the store for RTTK. RTTF, sorry, not 5K, RTTK.
I reckon.
3.5 currently is the most expensive I've seen, which is a 500k coin back. It gives you 70 plus. Includes 70 rare golds, 83 plus, 5 guaranteed 87 or higher, 4 base icon loans rated 90 or higher, all for 10 matches.
It's ridiculous. Objectives wise and SBCs wise, they've been alright this year. They've been quite consistent at times. They've done the odd shittery in there. But everything else off the board is just, it's not good. It's not looking good. As far as EA are concerned, it's their best year.
I don't want to imagine a world where there's a 12k FIFA point pack, and I don't want to imagine what would be in it. What would have to be in that?
Can you imagine
like a guaranteed footies or something?
12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72. So for me to afford that pack, I'd have to work 6-7 hours in a day. Just to open a digital pack, I have to work half my shift. No. Never. I can't do that. But
like, I'm imagining when they're like, the reason I said end of FC25 by the way as a time scale is because realistically it's going to be Team of the Season. Team of the Year, I don't think there'd be that.
They'll do it over a longevity period.
They'll do a stupid one-round team of the year, but I don't think they'd do it that stupid.
I think they'd drop that kind of pack at the very start of team of the year, and they'll put like an expiry date of like a month and a bit on it.
I don't. So I think what they'd do is they'd do it at the end of the team of the season.
Yeah.
And they would basically have 30 to 40 team of the seasons guaranteed or something. It'd have to be something that level stupid for it to be actually in there.
What I don't understand about it though, because we need to wrap up in a sec, is I don't think you need these packs, and I don't mean like if you take away the price difference, right?
Yeah.
I have a team this year. I think I've spent under 200 quid this year, which for me is really
I have definitely.
I've definitely spent under 200 quid. I know that, but that 200 quid, apart from I'd say the opening month and a half of the game, it doesn't affect my club anymore. Because the amount of packs you get from champs and squad battles and rivals and just doing objectives and all that this year has actually been really good. Content-wise, what you can grind-wise. Really, I'm enjoying the 150k packs. Sorry, the 150 different packs you can make. The objectives you can make, they're really cool. I like the honorable mentions you did. Like, they're all really good. I rate it. They've done really well on that front. But why is it with FIFA, you do 1 step forward, 3 steps back? I don't get it. Like, I think they intentionally, and this is a mad theory, but I'm going to throw it out there so we can think about it next week, is I think they added, apart from it coming with the times, women's teams, because then there's a double chance, that not even double chance, there is more players to pack then, which means there's more people to spend money on, there's more shit to invest in. Because I reckon the reason it was the highest it's ever been this year is there was 24 Team of the Year cards. Usually they're scarce because there's 12, but there's 24 this year.
I don't think it's even that. I think the benefit for EA that women are in the game. Not saying it's a negative women being in the game. No, I enjoy using cards like Sour. Like I've used you pack that Hansen. I've used women's cards, yeah. Like I'm not, as I said, I did Rapinoe's end of an era and actually use it in games.
Yeah.
Hit the grid on people to set them off. But yeah, generally just actually use the cards. I haven't got a problem with them. The thing is, it fills out those packs. Remember how sacred the 83 times 10 once was at the end? Everyone was like, bring out 83 times 10s at the end of footies. And people just had that and they loved that little end of cycle. The thing that they do with that's to get people back interested in the game, being like, look, you're getting everything. You're getting all the cards you want to try at the end of the year. Remember to buy the new game. And then people get used, and then they're like, where's the 83 times 10? And suddenly, the 83 times 10s have started popping up in December.
Yeah.
Previously, it was August, I think it was, for the first footies, was when the pack first ever showed up, was the end of August. And then that became recyclable constantly. This footies, people were complaining that it was restricted to, I think, only like 10 a day or something like that, or however much a day, and it's like, come on.
I think it was
now they're being given out in December because there's so many more cards that are 83 because women's cards exist. And that's not a problem that women's card exists.
It's just.
But it just bulks out the packs, which benefits EA in terms of being able to put more cards in there, which devalues the higher rated packs that suddenly an 83 times 10 previously guaranteed you, say, a special card, like the team of the week at least. Or if there's a promo out, you have a really good chance of getting a promo card. Now, I've seen 83 times 10s where there's an 84 and 9 83s. You maybe get one walkout at a push.
It is heading into a dangerous territory, and it's not good. It really
like
isn't.
84 times 20s during Team of the Year, we're getting maybe 2 walkouts. Like yours obviously had Smith in it before you say that. I know yours had Smith in that, but it's there's so many more cards. Which is great when you get so many more usable cards and you can evo them, you can turn more people into cards you would want to use. It makes a lot more cards viable.
Yeah.
But then there's the downside and the caveat to it fills out packs so much more, so the chance of you getting something really good goes down even more.
Yeah. It helps them. Like, it's why they were able to tinker with the Team of the Year odds so much, because there's so many different cards.
The fact
now.
they tinkered with them odds so much.
Daily as well.
It's actually a joke. Like, the fact that if you had a team of the year and you were opening packs before all of them got put back into packs, I think it was the odds were higher.
I think they were. I remember when I got Smith that the odds around the time in the store, they were varying between like 3 and 7%, and I was like, shit, fair. But then when the full team's out, it's like less than 3, and I'm like, well, there's 24 cards now. What are you on about? And they still haven't made up for the SBC mistake.
Oh, they're not going to.
No, they've already put a statement out, and it's disgusting.
Yep, they put a statement out saying, nope, we're not fixing it. Deal with it.
And the thing is,
having benefited from a deal with it situation before with the 25k coin hero pack last year, I got Diego Forlan from that. I made about, I think it was either 200k or 400k. I made a bunch of coins on that anyway.
Well, they're saying it wasn't even a mistake, didn't they? 'Cause there was did you see the community notes on Twitter?
No, I saw there was a thing that they got community noted twice. I saw a tweet that said that, but I didn't see the actual tweets.
The tweet when they put there's a mistake in the 86 plus or something, blah blah blah. The community note actually attached to it and said, it wasn't a mistake. They believe it was EA's attempt to correct the market or fix the market by attempting something. And they basically ended up filling out, because we said it before, generally you put the MLS in these packs and it's just to fill the pack out because no one gets anything good from the MLS. It just so happens one of the greatest players in the world, who's a 97 rated card, is in that league, which means it's almost a guaranteed chance that you're going to get him. And then they've turned out that the percentage of people who have got Messi now and the people who are playing weekend league, it's 1 in every 3 games that come up against Messi now. Because it's I think they said it was a 0.8. I think it's 0.7.
0.7
or 0.8% chance of the active player base who have got it, which actually turned out to be like 30% hardcore players.
They didn't. I don't even think they said of the active player base. They just said of the player base. I don't think it was active.
Which is even worse.
So 0.7. If I remember the tweet you're talking about, I think it said it was 0.7% of the player base.
Probably, yeah.
Not of the active player base.
And I know that 0.7 correlates to 30% of the hardcore player base, which is what I'll go into a fucking rant about that, but no, we have to call it a point there because fucking I ended up going to a fucking shouting rant and I can't be out of. I'm waking up though, to be fair. I'm gonna play for the whole in a bit. I've just finished just before 10.
I might play one game.
Fair, but no, it has been good tonight, guys. Even though we did ramble about random shit, but that's what we can kind of expect, to be fair. But yeah, we'll try our best to get some sort of regular routine, guys. I'll just keep you updated on Twitter and TikTok about how it's going. Remember to like and share all those videos on TikTok we're doing of Luke's reactions and stuff. If anyone's wondering my reactions were especially dead, I've seen the shows, but I love rewatching them, so I'm chill with it completely. Like, especially Lovers War, because I've watched that show once through, so I'm quite happy I'm watching it again. Because I remember some episodes, but not a lot. But either way, Luke, anything you want to plug?
No.
See, you can never see my face when I say this, but you can see OBS, can't you?
I can see OBS,
So you see me every time go... I just mouth.
I don't notice it.
Oh, I do it. Yeah. I've done it every single week. Every time I go, I know. But no, guys. Follow the TikTok and like and subscribe, all that shit. Same with YouTube. We'll be back next week. Who knows with what? Just get ready to listen to some shite. And have a good week, guys.